Oh, we could have used the go home. Oh well. It was a short walk back to the swamp. Alright, so we need more vines. Gib vines. I'll grab all the reeds while I'm here, but we need vines too. Here we go. That it? You know, it's gonna drive me nuts that I cannot remember what this music reminds me of. But we played another game which featured a lot of Spanish guitar, which is kind of what that strumming right there sounds very much like a Spanish guitar, and it's gonna kill me what this sounds like. It almost sounds like Diablo music. Like, call me crazy, chap, but this almost sounds like Diablo music with that nice, soft Spanish guitar. I mean, it fits the mood perfectly. Like, I'm not surprised that they're selling the soundtrack for this one separately. Like, the soundtrack is awesome so far. I'm gonna go back here really quick, though, to see if I can get more of those vines. Because I'm hoping that changing scenery regens the vines. It does. Beautiful. So we're going to do that a couple of times, because I have a feeling we're going to need a lot of unveiling powder. But thank you for that standing stretch GC builder. It actually felt really good. I could use some of that healing potus that the witch makes for my old bones. Alright, so that should be enough. I got 9 of those vines now. That should hold me for a little while. Alright, so. Alright. So we were working on the snake, which is up here. And yeah, I know I'm just kind of constantly gathering stuff, but I'd rather do this and have lots of extra supplies than not have enough, because I'm also curious to see how big your inventory is. Alright, so we know there's a dude here. Excuse me. Huh. You snap your hand around the elusive creature and squeeze. Ah, let me go, you knobby pot. You're crushing the life out of me. You trifling little pest. What do you know about this music? Music? What music? All I hear is the slapping waves and the peeping birdies. Your wrinkly old ears must be full of bugs. Don't you play smart with me. I'll pop off your head like a daisy. Oh, you mean that music? It's the sound of the snake's traveling circus. I thought everyone knew that. Circus stays still, but the door's the thing... Circus stays still, but the door's the thing that travels, you see? And right now, the door's out on the lake, but you'll never get in. Give the wretched sprite a good shake, and a shower of glittering dust sheds off its wings. Tell me how to cross the lake, or I'll make a necklace from your teeth. Heck! Only fey folk can show the way. Dirty fairies built a bridge. Keep all you big folks out, unless the snake invites them in. You're a fairy, aren't you? Where's this bridge? Ha! We're a pixie, not one of those flamby-pamby mushroom herders. Besides, the bridge is invisible to big stompers like you. Creature peers over your shoulder and waves its tiny arms. Oh, look! There's a fairy now! Why don't you ask her? You turn to look, but in your moment of distraction, Pixie sinks its sharp teeth into your finger. Ouch! You sneaky little blighter! springing free from your grasp. The slippery monster chitters a laugh and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. You look down at your dust-covered hand. Fairy or not, this bridge must be around here somewhere. Okay. Humble basin. A little more than a bird bath. Okay. Investigate the basin by the lake. Alright. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. It might be mistaken for a bird bath if you didn't know any better. As you run your finger around the edge of the bowl, the remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off as if drawn in by an invisible force. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the center of some kind of festival. The Snake's Carnival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are now carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. Sweet. Alright, so we need 2 more fireflies and 3 burbs. Alright, well, that means we need to make a trap. So we need to make one of these. And we're going to make a trap. Okay. Alright, so. There we go. I'll just wait for a burb. I probably should have set that. Oh, nope, never mind. Burbs will come. If you set a trap, burbs will come. Can I just set 3 traps in the same spot? Ah, you can. All right. Come on. All right, so that's burb number 2. This game is fantastic. I love this already. I love this so much. And just as a small aside, 3, okay, so we got 3 feathers. We need 2 more fireflies. Just as a small aside, while we're running down to where the fireflies are, expect to see a lot more of stuff like this in the new year, chat. I'm going to try and get a little bit away from doing a lot of the big-ticket AAA games. Because you know what? Everybody plays AAA games, and indies need a lot more love than they're getting. So I have decided that in 2022, one of my big goals for the channel is to basically be an indie showcase. Part of the reasoning behind that is I have a lot of Kickstarters that are coming to fruition in 2022. And because they're Kickstarters, obviously they are indie games. So I'm going to have a lot of things to show you all in the new year. I have a lot of things to show you in the new year. Yeah, exactly. The Adventure Network 2022 indie game Boogaloo. That is my goal. So I know it's a little early to be talking about next year's stream goals, but that is definitely something that I'm going to be aiming towards, is doing more indie stuff. Because I have a lot of indie games. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to be playing any AAA titles. We are going to continue playing the occasional Pokemon game. I will play Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like, straight up, that one is going to be streamed as soon as I get a copy of it. Hopefully for Christmas. Granted, that one's kind of dependent on when I can hold the Switch. Alright, let's see. Let's grab another frog since we're here. And then since we're also here, let's get these changeling roots. Got him. No, I have a lot of indie titles that I want to show off. Not to mention all of the Kickstarters that I have that are all going to come together at the same time. We've got quite a few, actually. I mean, right off the top of my head, we've got Lottle Knots. We've got Coral Island. Goodness, what's the blob game? I can't remember the name of the blob game, but it's from Claudia the Dev, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of it right now. But yeah, we got Lottle Knots, we've got Coral Island, we've got the farming blob game, we've got Billy Bust Up, which I think comes out next year. If not next year, it's 2023. And we've also got Garden Path, we've got Beacon Pines. And those are just the Kickstarter games. Those are the ones I don't already have in my library. So I hope you all like seeing indie games, because we're going to be playing a lot of them. Plus, we have all the titles that we haven't finished yet. Because I do want to finish playing Moonlight Bay. We are going to finish this one. Like I'm telling you right now, this one is probably going to take over the Monday slot until I'm allowed to knit again. Also, I totally forgot what we were doing. Oh, we're doing the snake thing. We're doing the snack thing. Alright, so if we follow this path, this will get us to snake. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I hope that you all enjoy the kind of switch over to it being more indie titles. Like I said, it's not the end of me playing AAA titles, but I do want to focus more on the indies. Because my heart really does lie with these kind of games. Oh lordy, yeah, that's another one I want to do too. If I pick up a copy of that, is Cozy Grove. But that's a never-ending sim game, unfortunately. Alright, so we got the stuff for the basin. I'm gonna sidetrack so much in this game. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Here you go. Doink. Shake out the fine dust into the bowl and it settles evenly to its inside surface. Directions. Okay, so we're making a scrying bowl here. Each of the fireflies alights upon the edge of the bowl, stepping delicately until they're evenly spaced. We are totally making a scrying bowl. Herb feathers. Placed into the basin, the feathers arrange themselves into perfect triangular symmetry. The basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within. They begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, shimmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly, the particles trace the form of a bridge leading from the edge of the water to the center of the lake. You tentatively test the strength of the spectral walkway and find that it is as strong as if it were made of solid stone. Beauty. Here we go, to the Snake's Circus. So delightful. Absolutely delightful. Oh, listen to the music! Oh, this is great. Oh, this is really concerning. The snake is good to us. The snake would like to meet you. The snake would like to meet you. The snake is good to us. Oh, boy. Oh, oh boy. These people are brainwashed. Oh, dear. Oh, very nice. Alright, well, there's the bard. Seems to be some kind of trance. Okay. I think we're under a spell here. People really like these parlor tricks. An almost hypnotic motion. Ooh, a chest. Like every good RPG, you blindly rob everybody. Egg. 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 Alright. Well. Metronomic juggler. The jugglery on display here is unbelievably consistent, almost hypnotic. Dizzy wizard, very typically dressed in all the trappings people associate with magic, lightly compensating for something. I like the gentle snark here, too. Weary-eyed bard. His bright clothes stand in stark contrast to his look of tired apathy. Doesn't seem to even notice you're there. Alright, so let's see what it says about the strong man. Villager. Distant strongman. A well-muscled Hulk, flexing with a faraway look in his eyes. Yeah, they're all under a spell. Oh, hello. There's a chest up here. What goodies? Shiny stone and more fairy dust. Awesome. Oh dear, I think we need to go talk to the Snick. Silk tent. One tent sits at the head of the site, enticing you to peek inside. Oh, that's totally the snake tent. Alright, here we go. Let's go into the snake tent. Maybe he'll have some oil to sell me. The snake. Enchanting to look upon, even more enchanting to engage. Look at Snake Friend! Look at how pretty Snake Friend is. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into a crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, dear, welcome. I saw that you would come here in search of answers. I just came here in search of a bard. That's him outside, right? With loot? The minstrel? Yes. He is working off a debt to me. All those folk out there seem to be a touch addled. What did you do to them? They're all humble folk, looking for something just as you are. I am here to provide them with my services in exchange for a bit of work. What are you, some sort of carnival wizard? You're making quite the racket in my forest. Wizard? No, no, no. I am a seer, a scryer of the hidden mists, a foreteller of fortunes, and keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sounds like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. And possibly some oil, too. A skeptic. Step closer and let the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. Snake's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I am a helper of sorts, an unraveler of knots. I make the forgotten remembered. Feel the scaly touch of slithering coils wind about you. You are powerless to move. And you have forgotten much. Snake's eyes swirl in a pattern you've never seen. Imperceptible colors collapse into themselves and fracture into a kaleidoscopic mosaics against the canvas walls. A voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realize that it's your own. I have forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent's coils slowly squeeze the consciousness out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait, get off me, you worm! You wriggle your body like a sack of loose twig. Despite your protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. Ooh, that was a close call. With your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. Pick yourself up from the ground and dust off your shoulders. Harumph. I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeve. Better come up with a plan for the next time I go in there. Festival patrons seem confused after your tussle with the snake, as if the spell over them was momentarily shaken. Crowds disperse as they fumble about in a haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with that bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. Alright. Oh yes, come right up and buy some nope rope oil. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that you've picked up on my snake oil joke. Oh, look at him. He ain't doing good. Weary-eyed bard, strumming his lute, this strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even hypnosis? Wander I may, but ne'er away from she I call my lover. To my chagrin, I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious, I stared. I was not prepared, and this was my mistake. A blinding gaze, indeed a binding gaze. Now I live my days in the service of the snake. Cry not for me, for there she is that might still see me saved. My spirits they lift as she holds a gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror, but shattered, its pieces have scattered. If mended, we may be set free. Down the wishing well spring, the swamp's moonlit ring, and hiding within the pixie's tree. What's all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you warbling fool. He can't. No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realize you're there. He just keeps strumming his lute and humming his mournful tune. Ah, maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. Oh, I get what he's on about. He's doing what he can. And this is totally the Medusa solution. Like, this is how Perseus defeated the Medusa. He used the backside of his shield, because it was super shiny, as a mirror to paralyze Medusa. So we have to do a Medusa to this snake in charge of a carnival. Oh, I love this game. Oh, still my beating heart. Have you any news of my dear sweet love? I found him at the carnival, but he's been mesmerized by the snake. Unless I break the spell, no one in that carnival can leave. The snake? Say it isn't so. I've heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. Why would my love be so desperate as to consort with that charlatan? I haven't a clue, but he's stuck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror. Do you know anything about that? A mirror? Oh, yes. It was the first gift he ever gave me. From inside her bodice, she produces a small cracked hand mirror. But one night, it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. I tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. Brain, why? So she says the last 3 shards, and my brain immediately goes, oh, so now we're a Gelfling and we have to go get the crystal shard to fix the dark crystal? Gelfling? The shard! Oh my god, I am such a terrible geek. This song mentions something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree? Well, we know where all 3 of those are. Actually, I don't know about the swamp, but I know where the pixie tree is. Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the missing shards and return them to you. Oh, thank you. I should very much love to see it whole once again. Dark crystal, that takes me back. Smells like Gelfling. No, I haven't spent way too much of my life watching that movie. Oh, and you can also tell who my favorite character in that movie is. Gelfling. Oh, man, I am in a good mood today. I'm doing bad Muppet impressions now. I must be in a super good mood today if I'm doing bad Muppet. Technically, though, the Skeksis are not Muppets. Technically, they're a creature. Because there is a difference between a Muppet and a creature, if you're talking Jim Henson stuff. And that, I think that's... Ow. Holy heck, that hurt. And I think that statement alone just shows my geek cred. Is that I understand and know that there's a difference between a creature and a Muppet. Alright, so... Alright, let's look at our map. Well, hold on. We know we have to go to the Pixie Tree. Home of the Pixies, or at least a gathering place. Okay, so the Pixie Tree is really close. But yeah, Dark Crystal is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. And I will be honest, everyone says that they have a furry origin story. I can legit say that the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth are the reason that I am a fursuiter. Because I wanted to be a Muppet when I was a kid. Like, one of my dreams was to be a Muppet puppeteer. And then I found out that you kind of have to be like an artist to make your own puppets and stuff, which I unfortunately lack the skill for. But man, I would have loved to have been a puppeteer. And technically now I am. Now I am because I am a fursuiter. So I have achieved a life dream of being a Muppet. If not officially, I am a costume performer, which is what I dreamed of being when I was a kid. I had lofty dreams when I was a kid. I want to be a Muppet. What do you want to be, Timmy? I want to be a paleontologist. And what about you, Jimmy? I want to be a doctor. And little Susie, what do you want to be? I want to be a veterinarian. And Crafty, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a Muppet. Sure, kid. Dreams. Pixie nest. This gnarled tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash, glued haphazardly together to form a glittering hive. You reach for a sharp piece of broken glass that could be the mirror shard, but pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out from the tree's knotholes. Uh-oh. A familiar cackling voice floats above the others. Ha! You again, Kettlehead. What do you want now? I've come for that mirror shard. Hand it over and I won't have to strangle you again. No way. We need shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. Best fairy repellent there is. What? Since when are fairies afraid of shiny things? Well, I don't see no fairies around, do you? But maybe we can work something out. Them smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf, see? They've been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard them. So we can't go anywhere near, but maybe a big stomper like you can take care of the problem for us. And then you'll give me that shard? Hey, if there ain't no fairies, we won't need no fairy repellent. Logical. That the people can't make Muppets like puppets and call them Muppets without getting sued. Well, the funny thing about that, Shen, the funny thing about it is before Jim Henson Studios was bought by Disney, you could. Unfortunately, although I don't... Well, that's a very complicated subject that Crafty can talk for about a very, very long time. But I'm not 100% sure that the acquisition of Jim Henson Studios by Disney was a good thing. I don't know if the acquisition of Jim Henson Studios by Disney was actually a good thing or not. Make us strangle the demon pixie. No, we're not going to strangle the demon pixie. Okay. Lakeshore Path. A bit further. Into the well. Alright, well, we could go check out the well really quick. That's kind of where we need to go anyway. But yeah, before Disney, you totally could make a puppet and call it a Muppet without getting sued. But after Jim Henson Studios was acquired by Disney, then unfortunately all changed. True, strangling the pixie would be cathartic, but we need to advance the story opposed to strangling pixies today. Well, exactly, no. And I do enjoy being a costume performer. It is a lot of fun. Here's the blue and yellow suit with numbers 111. Looks good. Well, welcome on in, Mr. Fluffy. Welcome on in. And congratulations on being selected to get out of the vault for a little bit. Well, yeah, exactly, Shen. Exactly. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I could go on for long periods of time of why I think the acquisition of Jim Henson by Disney wasn't a good thing. And the biggest and most glaring one that I can say just right off the cuff right now is the fact, where are the Muppet movies? Like, they're slowly releasing some of the Muppet movies on Disney Plus, but they haven't released all of them. And there's no reason why, nor have they told us why some of them aren't there. Like, I understand that there's certain episodes of The Muppet Show that they can't do because of licensing, which is weird when you think about it. But there is some licensing issues with some of the Muppet Show stuff. Ah, here we go. You hike up the hem of your skirt from the ankle-deep well water and duck down to inspect the small, damp cave. The pale shape quickly retreats farther down into the dark space. You hear the labored breath of some pathetic thing, frightened and alone. Hello there. Don't worry. I won't hurt you. Bloodshot eyes blink nervously up at you. The creature gazes longingly at the light of the world above while simultaneously cowering from it. Aww. Poor dear. What are you doing down in this hole? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? Two thin, malnourished arms twist out from the crevice. One hand tightly clutches a shard of glass, while the other reaches out to you, begging for food. Roast beast. Okay. Recipe learned, roast beast. Alright. A live venting discussion on Discord. Well, we do have the venting channel. We do have the venting channel. Alright, so what do we need for a roast beast? We need... Oh, okay. We have everything. Which spice? Ever experience a flavor you can't quite describe? That is what you're tasting. Oh, I love the snark. Alright, so one roast beast coming up. I wonder what this little thing is. Alright, roast beast. Honestly, with things like this, I refuse to know any gifts. Yeah, exactly, Shen. The only reason we still have Disney Plus is it literally only costs us $20 a year. It's dirt cheap. And we don't have cable. The creature snatches up the meat so quickly that you nearly lose a finger. It scurries back into its little crevice, there we go. And you hear a satisfied munching from within. A mere shard lays abandoned in the silt. Take it. Alright, so there's one. Oh, gotcha. So you're saying like just a live discussion. No, I never thought about it. I've never thought about doing an open forum because I didn't think that people would want to listen to me rant for hours on end. I never thought about having a crafty rants channel. Or crafty debates channel. I actually never thought about that, but it's an idea. Alright, so we got one. Alright, we're heading the right way at least. Oh, hello. Hello? Quartermaster. Oh, hello there. Sorry. I think I managed to get most of the detritus off the road. Looks like you've made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Yes, well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the bear. The bear. Bear, you say? What sort of mission? It's my job to make sure the lakeshore camp is well stocked with provisions. But most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the bear's favorite mead. Of course the bear drinks mead. I was just on my way back from the apiary with a cartful when a deer or something darted out of nowhere. Jostled my poor mule so bad that she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my ribcage. Piled the darn cart right into the ditch, she did. Now every barrel is smashed, and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The barrel will have my guts for garters, I'm sure of it. Well, yeah, exactly, no. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I will add it to my growing list of things that I have to do at some point. This bear sounds quite a brute. Oh, you don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, heads will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand? I can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, nothing like that. But could you take a message to the sergeants of the Lakeshore camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened, and maybe he can get me out of this bind. You can get to the Lakeshore camp if you follow the road to the northwest of here. I need to stay with the cart and assess the damages. Oh, dear. All right. The bear. All right, journal, the bear. Find the sergeant of Lakeshore camp. Bear's Lakeshore camp is on the edge of the forest. We also have the snake. So I'm guessing that if we go down here, it's going to lead us to fieldward path. See, this makes me think that maybe this is where we can get the grain and stuff to make the dowels to distract the goblins. Yeah, there's a twig. There's a hopper. Turkey! Digestive tablets. Eschewing the obvious charm of its clucking cousin, this fowl is absolutely terrifying. What? Oh, they're aggressive. I've never met an aggressive turkey, but apparently now I have met aggressive turkeys. Easy grass. Okay. Ooh, okay, hold on. Hoppers. Catching nets. Gotta lead them a little bit. There we go. Come on. Yoink. Okay. Ready to be read. My shears should do it. All right. Nice. Very loud crow right there. I wonder if I can catch the crows. Probably not. Alright, so let's gather up a whole bunch of ingredients here. Oh, another hopper. Got him. Oh, hopper. Oh, okay, I gotta see something, chat. It said the turkey's weakness is a digestive tablet. Small snail shell. Eye of newt and goblin snot. So I wonder if the turkeys explode. And that's true. That is true. I mean, I am sure a provoked turkey is quite aggressive. I've just never met a aggressive turkey in my life. But with an animal as big as a turkey, I tend to just leave them alone if I see one out in the wild. Turkeys are big. Turkeys are terrifyingly big if you haven't seen one in real life. Yeah, I know. The shears are right there. There we go. I wasn't close enough. I see a hopper. Oh no. No. Go away, turkey. Yeah, we had a turkey growing up. We had a turkey in our front yard once, which was absolutely hilarious because my brother went out and gobbled at it and it gobbled back. Good day to me. Okay. Farmhand. Something odd about this fellow spending too much time in the dirt, perhaps. Well, that's true. I would take a turkey over any of those other animals. Because it's unlikely that a turkey is going to kill you. Those other three will. Most certainly will. I don't know what we use this lazy grass for. No, I'm just kind of exploring. Hello, cactus guy! Vegetable farmer. A hefty gourd stands before you, wiping beads of dew off his bumpy forehead. He tilts up the brim of his hat and greets you with what you interpret as a smile. Welcome to my farm, stranger. What brings you out here? How's it growing, farmer? Oh, you know, not so bad. Try my best to win the harvest competitions this year. Well, you look to be making good progress. I'm sure you'll be a shoe-in for the blue ribbon. You would think so, wouldn't you? But every year, without fail, that sour ox takes the prize. No matter how hard I work, I can't seem to outgrow his crops. Careful now. You're beginning to sound like a sore loser. Yeah. Not sore loser. I just think it's quite suspicious, don't you? Last year, the ox and his family grew the largest corn cobs I have ever seen. I was only barely able to get second place because of my own little helpers. Motions to the animated turnips and potatoes busy with menial farm work. But this year, his crops are larger than ever before. Even though his family is nowhere to be seen. It doesn't make any sense to me. He's working the fields all by himself? What happened to his family? That's the fishy part. No one knows. They just disappeared one day, and the ox has said nothing. Ah, he's using them as fertilizer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bad sign, no. That's a bad sign if a bat's flying around in broad daylight. That does sound suspicious. Perhaps I'll go and ask him myself. Yeah. His farm is down the southwest. You can't miss it. I must get back to work. Veggies won't grow themselves, you know. I can't tell if he's German or Swedish. My brain can't determine if I want to make that veggie guy German or Swedish. And I kind of want to make him Swedish. Because the ya makes me think Swedish. Alright, we need to... We're still tracking the snake, if you don't mind. I'm just kind of exploring right now. Oh, dust. Ooh, flower petals. Alright. Grab that stuff. Fire. Ooh, goody. Come here, my little friend. Come here, my tiny calcifer friend. Don't know what I'm gonna use you for beyond dryad fruit, but you will be my friend. More of that lazy grass. Okay, what's down here? Say Swedish. Wait, ya or ya. J-A. It's a garden gnome! Oh my god, it's garden gnomes! A natural tinkerer, but stubbornly refuses to read any instruction manuals. Oh, I'm a gnome then. And yes, it is a soot bunny. And a chimkin. Pheasant. Ah, not entirely like a chicken, though to the aesthetic preference of some. Also, pheasants don't pluck like that, actually. Alright, that's clay and reeds. We've got plenty of that. Ah! Pumpkin friend! Oh my god. Pumpkin Jack, an unfortunate byproduct of harvest magic. Snagvine and Logger's Hatchet. It's aggressive, isn't it? Yup. Ow! Holy heck, that hurt. Ah, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Okay, stop chasing me. Oh, jeez. Those things are nasty. Hold on. All right, so how do I do this? Snagvine. Okay. What? Oh, I need to make a sewing kit. Oh, crap. Yeah, I know it's following me. It needs to stop following me. Alright, actually, you know what we need to do is we need to make a healing poultice. Okay. So, good to know. Healing... Oh, I just found the debug menu. Okay, that's kind of awesome. I just found the debug menu. Cool. Don't mind me, Chad. I'm just looking at the debug menu. That's kind of neat. Could not restrict item to nav mesh item ing flower. Oh, neat. Okay, that's kind of cool. I accidentally found the debug menu. These are bandits, I bet. Yep. An unpleasant sort expresses its expresses it primarily through stabbing. Fair. Hey, at least I didn't break the game. I just found the debug menu in case I do break the game. Which, if anyone's wondering, it's the tilde key. The debug menu is the tilde key. Moo. Can I milk the moo? You can! Hold on, we have to milk the moo. Inventory. Empty jar. Milk the moo. Milk. Stop walking. I want to milk you. Yes! It even says moo! Oh my god, you see that? It even says moo! Jar of milk. Nourishing refreshment. Breakfast fit for a baby. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I milked the moo! Oh my god. I'm gonna spend like most of today just running around collecting ingredients. Are the chickens aggressive? What? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Apparently you can poke the chickens. Occupied. Yeah, apparently you can poke the chickens. Who knew? Odd farmer, not given a conversation, it would seem. Alright, well, what about this? Wooden pump. If you're willing to do the work, cold beverage may be in your future. So that's how I get water. Changeling. Unusually active for a root. Ah. Alright. Oh, this game is absolutely charming. But no joke, I'm probably going to spend most of today just gathering ingredients and exploring. Here we go. Have I asked you if you know what to do with goat's milk besides drink and cereal? Lotion. There are recipes to use goat's milk in hand lotion. Although I personally have never used goat's milk in making hand lotion. Um, my foray into making homemade hand lotion was very brief and I hated the process. But you can use it to make lotion. Unusual hay bale. Upon closer inspection, this mountain of hay appears to have been deliberately woven into an intricate wicker work structure. You carefully pluck a single piece of straw from its center, and the whole bundle begins to swirl and unravel until a gaping vortex opens before you. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, actually I have a couple different lotion bars that contain goat's milk. I've also seen people make goat's milk soap. You also can use goat's milk in soap, homemade soap. I personally have never done it, but I know you can do it. Sweet. All right, well, we just found a shortcut back home. And since we're here, curious too, it said we get snail shells here in the swamp, but where do I get them? Yeah, I swear to goodness, the music here in the swamp reminds me of Diablo. Found a local goat farm that says raw milk, whey, soap. Yep. That doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I have a couple. Most of the lotion I have actually has sheep's milk in it, not goat's milk. But I have had stuff with goat's milk in the past, and it works great. I mean, any of those natural lotions using natural products are, fantastic. And welcome on in, Cog. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? So where do I get snails? Because it says you get snails in the swamp, but where? What are you doing? You're not done collecting my souls. Well, bugger off, Black Phillip. I have now decided that that goat is Black Phillip. I wonder where you get snails. I do have a wonder where you get snails. Hmm. Into the darkness. Well, maybe this isn't the swamp that you get snails in. Like, maybe there's another swamp we can get to. Yes, watch. I know I need to stand up. Relax. Well, we've unlocked 2 areas. We've unlocked the forest and the fields. I bet you there is a swamp. Let's go back to the forest and see what the other directions bring us, because maybe we can find more of these teleport points that will help us get more ingredients. All right, let's go... Yeah, let's go west. Let's go west, my friends, and see where this path leads us. Because I would figure that the more paths we have unlocked with that quick travel system, the... Ooh. Maybe not. Hi. Dingus. Hey, where do you think you're going? Dongus. Oh my... Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed at the lakeside shore or lake shore camp. Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line for the latrine, or if the captain hasn't had his drink. That's right. That bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. Guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near that beast. One guard turns to the other with a spiritual shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health? Oh, yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to, look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out, after all. Seriously. Hey, look, you only want 3 coins? I can do that. Guards hold out their hands expectantly, like children begging for candy. Have money. A bribe. Carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palm of the waiting guard. There. I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. How do you divide 3 by 2? Right. One for you and two for me. What? You mean two for me and one for you? I'm the one who does all the real garden around here. You still owe me for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. Two guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. God, I love that word, fisticuffs. It is a fun word to say. It is a very, very fun word to say. Alright, so we got blood. What? And a mending potus. Okay. It is literally a bear. You know, I shouldn't be surprised that it is literally a bear. Bear. Whoa! You cautiously approach. The bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. And then I walloped him just like that. So next time I catch any of you cowards turn tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, Bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms! More drink! Bring me my delicious honey mead! Soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other. None whine to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. Bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips and his bleary eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say now, that's a funny-looking helmet, soldier. I ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the western mountains? You decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop as war stories. Bear kicks an empty tankard as you retreat back into the camp. That's right. Go get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard. Yay! Come on, I just want that. Oh, got him. Alrighty then. Well, this is a problem. Oh, there's brewing equipment. Some well-used equipment for supplying a camp's worth of soldiers with honey mead. I've got a chest. We got some reeds. We got soldiers. Shears. Oh, okay. I was like, why is it telling me shears? Alright, so there's a chest here. We're gonna take stuff in the chest because we rob everybody. I probably have to brew mead for him. Alright, so there's not much to do here, but this is a good space for getting soot sprites, it looks like. There are lots of soot sprites here. Alright, so there's nothing really to do. So, what area haven't we explored yet? Song of the Snake, and the Care of the Leech. Alright, let's go north. Let's explore one more area. And after we figure out what this area is, then unfortunately that's where I'm going to have to wrap things up for today. Because we are at that unfortunate time of the day. But I want to see what this... Oh, this is the swamp. Okay. So let's find the fast travel in the swamp, and then we'll call it a day. I bet you I have to catch leeches at some point. Bloodsucker. Okay. Alright. So, bloodsuckers. A tiny biter, though known to have some medicinal use. Rotting stump. Alright. Snail. Doesn't much care for rushing about. And okay. So we can't just pick up the leeches, which I guess makes sense. We can, however, just pick up the snails. I bet you I can catch them. That just gives me a stick. We're going to hold on to the net. old woman. Who's there? My eyes have gone milky. Please, come a little closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's also signed a dark contract. The woman looks blindly through you, so you can sense her focus. Contract? You've had dealings with that damnable goat too? What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young. He weren't no goat when I knew him. We used to dance naked under the blood moon and raise the dead to frighten dull country folk. Ah, but it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down into the comforts of retirement. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. Seems like a fine spot you've got here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's riled your bones? Maybe I can help? It's my dear old husband, handsome chap, although a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp crabs from the yard. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyways, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. But that was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. And these legs haven't worked right in decades, so I can't even go check up on him. I've been so worried. I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare. You just wait here. I'll go find him and see what the bother is. Thank you, sister. The sick house is down the road to the west. Be careful of those critters along the way. They got a taste for blood. Most nostalgic candy and why? My most nostalgic candy is probably chocolate Neckos. And that would be because that was the treat my gram would always get for us. And I wouldn't exactly say that marzipan and maple sugar candy are nostalgic. But those would also be nostalgic candies for me for the same reason, is that that's what Graham always had. And chocolate Neckos are still a big favorite of mine, too. I love chocolate Neckos. They're nigh on impossible to find these days, though. Because they have gone from a very commonplace candy to something of a specialty item. Which is unfortunate, because they're really good. Ooh, what's this? Place of power, but to what end? Oh, what's this? Adorned obelisk. Ornately dressed, but for what and by whom? Rooted obelisk. Ornamented obelisk. And skyward obelisk. Huh. Toxic... Oh, hold on. Toxic thistle. Thorny spine with nasty afterbite. Handle with care. Skeeters. Dragonfly. I've never been to this bug before. Fortunately, I've only recently developed a taste for meat. Oh. They've never been this big before. I can read. But yeah, I would definitely say that chocolate Neckos are a huge nostalgia candy for me. We're trying to find the quick... What is that? What is that? Stick totem. Someone built this effigy to pay respect to the moon. The moon, in turn, has given it life. Huh. Okay. Why not? Got some lines here. Pretty much just gathering ingredients right now. It's a sick house, so we don't want to go that way. Yeah, is that like for a case of chocolate Neckos, Gog? Because I don't think I need a case of chocolate Neckos. Yeah, I thought so. No, I don't need a case of chocolate Neckos. Like, half a dozen rolls would be nice, because then they won't go stale on you. Because Neckos can go bad. Neckos can go bad on you. You are an awesome-looking critter. What are you? Troll. An impassable hulk unless perhaps he likes you. Okay. Are you aggressive? Troll. Fat Troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back of the fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks the path forward. Out of the way, you big galoot. He shifts his mass and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Fine. Keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapors have dissipated. That's hilarious. What would I do with a case of Neckos, Cog? Ah. Suffer. Yeah, I would suffer. Suspicious stump. The thick moss growing on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings on the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy sweeps forth from the waterlogged wood until an ethereal doorway opens before you. Rotten aperture. Beautiful.